नमस्कार, मैं सीए मनमोहन जिंदल, IBBI registered valuer in security and financial assets and ex-Canara. Today we shall discuss on social audit or ethical issues in social audit. Ethical issues for social audit. So, social stock exchange is a new concept in India developed to strengthen the social sector. The Securities and Exchange Board of India, via its notification dated 25th July 2022 and 19th September 2022, has prescribed the detailed framework for social stock exchange in India. What is social audit? A social audit is an assessment of how well the company is achieving its goals or benchmarks for social responsibility. The term social audit refers a formal review of companies' and wares, procedures, and code of conduct regarding the company's social responsibilities and the company's impact on the society. So, who will conduct this audit? Called the social auditor. Social auditor means an individual registered with the self-regulatory organizations under the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India or such other agency as may be specified by the board. Here, board means SEBI, who has qualified a certification program conducted by the National Institute of Securities Markets and hold a valid certificate. So, who is holding a valid certificate after passing the exam conducted by the NISM will be regarded as a social audit. Some ethical principles are imposed on the social auditor. So, social auditors who perform social audits are governed by the code of conduct issued by the self-regulatory organizations applicable for social auditors, who are functioning under the regulatory framework of social stock exchange and conducting social audit engagements. The code of conduct includes the following fundamental ethical principles. Number one, integrity. Number two, objectivity. Number three, confidentiality. Number four, professional behavior. And last but not the least, professional competence and due care. So, integrity. First of all, the integrity. Auditors have a duty to adhere to high standards of behavior in the course of their audit and in their relationships with the staff of the audited entities. In order to sustain public confidence, the conduct of the auditor should be above suspicion and reproach. Suspicion and reproach. Sorry, word is just jumbled. Integrity can be measured in terms of what is right and just. Integrity requires auditor to observe both in form and the spirit of auditing and ethical standards. Integrity also requires auditors to observe the principles of independence and objectivity, maintain irreproachable standards of professional conduct, exercise due diligence, discharge their duties responsibly, make decisions with the public interest in mind, and apply absolute honesty in carrying out their work and in handling the resources of the institution. The integrity of the auditors establishes trust and thus provides the basis for reliance on their judgment. The better is the trust, better is belief in the community or in the public. Another is objectivity. There is a need for objectivity in all work conducted by the auditors, particularly in their reports, which should be accurate and objective. Conclusions in opinion and report should therefore be based exclusively on the evidence obtained and replies received from the audited entity and assembled in accordance with the prevailing auditing standards. Any affiliation with the management of an audited entity which may be conducive to the lessening of our objectivity will be viewed seriously. Another ethic is confidentiality. The auditor shall be prudent in the use and protection of the information acquired in the course of their audits. They should not disclose information obtained in the auditing process to the third parties, either orally or in writing, except for the purpose of meeting the provisions of the law land. Auditors should not use or disclose information obtained in the performance of their duties or obtained during the course of their audit as a means of securing personal benefit for themselves or the others. Confidentiality of information to which they have access should be maintained. Invariably, professional behavior. Audit of financial system, accounting records, and financial statements require up-to-date knowledge in accounting and related disciplines of applicable legislation and executive orders affecting the accountability of the audited entity. Further, the conduct of performance audits may require knowledge in the areas such as administration, management, economics, and the social sciences. It would also be required that auditor possess domain knowledge of the functions discharged by the audited entity. Auditors have a continuous obligation to update and improve the skills required for the discharge of their professional responsibilities and the effectiveness and quality of their services. Another is he should be professionally competent and having a flair of due care. Since the duties and responsibilities borne by the social auditor are crucial to the concept of public welfare, he must apply to his audits methodologies and practices of the highest quality. Formulate appropriate procedure for the effective discharge of its responsibilities for auditing and ensuring all full adherence by its personnel or external report expert to standards, planning procedures, methodologies, and command the range of skills and experience necessary for effective discharge of the audit mandate. Auditors have a commitment to follow applicable auditing, accounting, and financial management standards, policies, procedures, and practices besides the good understanding of the constitutional, legal, and institutional principles and standards governing the operations of the audit. The auditor should equip himself with the up-to-date audit methodologies, including system-based techniques, analytical review methods, statistical sampling, and audit of automated information systems. So, regarding the due care, auditors have a duty to conduct themselves in a professional manner at all times and to apply high professional standards in carrying out their work to enable them to perform their duties competently and with impartiality. Auditors should exercise the due professional care in conducting and supervising the audit and in preparing related reports. Auditors should use methods and practices of highest possible quality in their audits. In the conduct of the audit and the issue of reports, auditors have a duty to adhere to basic postulates and generally accepted auditing standards. Care must be taken to ensure that audit contracts include adequate provision to determine the planning, the audit scope, the performing, and reporting on the audit. So बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद. This is from my side. A small disclaimer. This is only for the awareness purpose. Before taking any action, kindly go through the relevant guidelines of the RBI, SEBI, institute, and the other entity to which you are referring. So बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद. नमस्कार.